This poem is called The Genes of Poetry, and it was written by Rafik Romdhani. I used to write poetry before my mother even gave birth to me. I used to hear her sing sad songs in the fields of wheat and garlic. She was like a fighter in our farm, uprooting the garlic bulbs buried under the soil with her grub hoe, while I was uprooting from her singing the genes of my poetry. She carries me inside her, like a river carrying the seeds of life, like a bird carrying its wound to wind and flying with it so high. She toils and moils over taking rest until I kick her with my foot. I was inside my amniotic sac, smelling garlic, mixed with the dream of waiting after waiting for night to fall so that I had dreams in her tired breath and imagine the world outside. I was writing every detail and sending it out in the form of deep sighs through her mouth. It was a bitter mouth from the salty water. Yes, water. I drank water with her. Watered the wishes in me, which look like beginnings, but they are everything to me. When I was a fetus, I used to sneak into my mother's memory while she slept like a very exhausted soldier, with death in her closed eyes, like a storm, the desert birth, in order to wipe out the traces of beasts and scatter the unity of sand with sand. My mouth was singing at every kick I gave her. I used to hear the sound of wind for her ears. I imagine many scratches on her neck and shoulders, due to the dry branches as she was gathering firewood to burn with it darkness and cook with it hope every new day. I was writing everything, everything. Even the words of a she fortune teller who used to ride a grey mule to depart from the north and reach our village and tell oppressed women were words that heal. They were like wisdom and challenge from a visible goddess close to their suffering. I wrote that too. On the walls of mother's womb, and time read them more than once. Death visited my mother more than once, while I lived like a throbbing heart there inside her. Death more than once. I used to record her breath. She had to share with me. She had to bear me for 9 centuries in one single day. I loved this day, and if I could, I would burn all her memories, draw a heaven under her feet, on which wind made her sway, and I would call it poetry. She used to die endlessly, from now and then, in those craggy fields. She made hearts, with the cloves of garlic in May, but I ruined all of them, except one heart, where I stock my verses.